What's going on, guys? It's four-time Madden champ Pav, back at it with another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the biggest skill gap in Madden 26. That's going to be the switch stick. Odds are, if you're watching this video, you either don't know how to switch stick or you are mediocre at it. By the end of this video, I will definitely help you get your switch stick up. Let's dive straight into this video. First things first, we're going to go over some settings. Right here, switch stick delay. So you can either disable switch stick, make sure that's not on. You can have it on moderate, slight, or none. I personally like none, but you could use slight. And the differences between these, on none, you're going to be able to switch stick like as soon as a play starts to any outside corner, any outside safety. Whereas with slight, it might take like an extra second or two. The pros and cons of each setting, on none, you're going to be able to kind of scheme up like, okay, let's just say I need to get on this guy to guard this route right away. I'm going to be able to switch stick onto him. Whereas on slight, you might not be able to. But on switch stick none delay, let's just say you're making an adjustment and as soon as the opponent calls hike, you're going to be caught off guard and clicked onto someone you don't want to be on. If you're newer to switch stick, definitely use slight. Maybe work your way to none. Before getting into some gameplay, here are another couple things you could try using to help your switch stick. So this is a control freak. A lot of players in the Madden community use it on the right stick. So it would look like something like this. You could get better grip on your switch sticks. It might improve your switch stick. So if you're interested in doing something like that, you could definitely look into that. Another accessory people try is a paddle. So what they do is they put the paddle on the back of their controller and then they'll map their controller to where the paddles are going to be the D-pad buttons. So as you see right here, I'm mapping my controller currently. I want to switch stick with the right paddle to the right. With this left paddle, I would do it to the left. Right paddle, right D-pad, left paddle, left D-pad. It's really good to, get on your linebackers, and it's good in sets like 6-1, 3-4 odd. Even this cub, it could be decent with. See right here, I'm just going to use the right D-pad or the right paddle to switch stick or, to whoever I want to go on this right side. But the main reason people use it is to blitz. So for example, I'm going to blitz my user and I'm going to right D-pad onto this right linebacker. You can't switch stick once you blitz your user, so this is an amazing workaround. And this is what a lot of people do. You see right here, I'm just using the right paddle to switch stick onto that hard flat even though my user is blitzed. And this makes blitzing 10 times better. So the control freak for extra grip on your switch sticks, and maybe paddles to help you out, switch sticking on those hook curls in the middle, and maybe even blitzing. And some other settings you can use, safety depth on close and pinch, easier to get on your safeties when they're in the box and potentially pick off posts and crossing routes. So now into some ideologies and how you're really going to want to use this switch stick. So a lot of you guys might be just, when the play's called, just switch sticking on like 40 different players just randomly. And that's a decent way to think about the game. But honestly, the best way to really create turnovers is baiting. You're just going to want to sit there for the longest and at the last second catch that timing and catch the interception. So that's how I really like to do it. I will switch stick maybe 3 to 4 times in a play if, they have a lot of time. But, I'm not just going out there flicking my right stick randomly. That's more of a scare tactic. And, it will work on some players, but oftentimes you're just still going to be getting dotted up the field. So you really got to be patient, read the field. Think of it, switch stick as, you're the offense making reads. You're looking left, you're looking right. You're not looking at the pressure. The pressure will come in, eventually. But yeah, that's how I look at switch stick. I'm on offense, I'm making reads. Oh, they're in spacing. Okay, I got to cover this, got to cover that. And you just want to be very delicate and patient. Just flick the stick to whatever direction you want to go to. Make sure you get in the lab and practice mode. And that's all is really to it. Much more success switch sticking out of formations like, 1-4-6 or, 2-3-6 Sam, dollar. 6 DB sets, very hard to pass against those. And you're going to struggle in switch sticking out of, 3-3 cub and double mug. It's just uneven look. It's not symmetrical. It's so much easier to switch stick in a symmetrical look. Sometimes you're going to get caught on a different guy that you don't want to be caught on. Make sure you guys keep that in mind when running these defenses. So here's a perfect example and some in-game clips of me using the switch stick. I'm in this dollar defense. It's going to be 2 safety high. And it's either going to be cover 2, cover 3, or cover 4, really. And maybe I man people up. But you got to make sure you're adjusting and switch sticking off the adjustments you have on the field. And I'll show you the play art I have. So the play art, right here, I have double flats right here. I'm not worried about the flats at all. If he throws a corner out, so be it. I might look there, but I'm not looking there because I have 2 defenders there. I manned up the tight end. And what I'm looking at is going to be this area of the field, the weak side. I only have 3 defenders here, so I have to look there. I have 4 defenders here, so I'm going to be all right. Obviously, you could tell we're blitzing, so we're going to, have this right side be the weak side. So we're switch sticking to the weak side, and you're going to see what ends up happening on this play. We see the weak side. You know, he goes wheel route and a flat. This is a very easy combination to switch stick, and he just forces an ill-advised read. And we were there. We were so early to that switch stick. We seen it so fast, and we ended up picking it off. And cover 3 traditional defense. So I know the right side, we have 1, 2, 3 defenders there. I'm looking at the right side, but I'll make sure to take a look at this backside if there's anything there. Really, more specifically, this defender. And we have purples on the field. So, you know, I'm not worried about this route over here, corner routes. Flats are going to be open, but 3rd and 9, I can live with the flat. So I'm looking in this area right here, the weak spots of the cover 3 defense. My user is going to be going this way, more of a scare tactic to kind of make him not throw it to the right side and maybe throw it to the left. And you're going to see how the switch stick works on this play right here. We get quick hiked, but it's fine. You know, we have, look at the number defenders. We have 4 defenders, 3 or 4 defenders in this area. This weak side, there's something breaking open. We're going to switch stick onto it and take it away. He had it much earlier than he, you know, could have thrown it. Right here, he had it right here. But, you know, I seen it, I switch sticked it, and that's easy reads, easy switch sticks in Madden 26. Final clip in this switch stick breakdown is going to be another cover 3 shell, right? 1 single high safety look, 2 deep thirds to kind of guard the sideline and make it harder for him to throw to the sideline. And you could mix it up. You could do hard flats once in a while. Maybe one side you hard flat, one side you purple. I think I went with a hard flat right here and a purple on the left. You're going to see what happens. We have this defender in a hook zone, and he's just on the short side. This is going to be very hard to, you know, kind of move the ball on the short side. We switch stick onto this hook. You notice how we run down at return route, and then this scares him. He can't throw this right here. Left side of the field, everything's covered. You know, we have zones in the areas. We notice this defender might, you know, have to pick up on the backside crossing route. So what we're going to do is we're just going to switch stick off and switch stick onto Javon Holland for his second pick, and that's going to be GG's in the chat. That's how you switch stick in Madden 26. You use it very simply. You don't want to go crazy amount of switch sticks. Maybe 1 or 2 and bait your opponent into throwing a bad read. If they could throw it across the middle of the field, that's where you're going to get the most interceptions. If you did enjoy the content, if you want more content like this, go check out Madden Academy now for free ebooks, free courses, free guides just like this one. Next time, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.